It's a beautiful 21 minutes. I was watching it again this morning, and I was just like, my jaw was dropping, and I'm kind of familiar with some of the material, but I was just like, God damn. And that's why I uploaded it right away on our channel, and people can go watch it. But it's a different David Martin than we saw in that movie.
It is.
And can you tell me about that guy versus the guy from 2020, the guy in that speech in the EU?
Yeah, so a couple things. One is that, as you know, Mickey is a phenomenal filmmaker. You know that. His work is amazing. And what happened is that Mickey really wanted to have an archival conversation, right? This was sit down, just dump the facts. You mentioned Del Bigtree. Del Bigtree, when he had me on his show a while ago, had a very interesting experience because he preempted the show with we don't even know whether what Dave is saying is verifiable facts or anything else. He just said, I think this is something important to hear. But he undermined everything about what I was going to say before we got started by saying he didn't know whether it was verifiable. And to his credit, that was a good thing to do because back then, there was a lot of whack jobs saying all kinds of wacky things. And so I totally get it. I respect it. And to this day, I think what Del's doing is actually quite remarkable, and it's an important part of the message. But Mickey wanted to have just the facts. And it was very important early in this pandemic illusion that I stuck to the facts. I stuck to no opinion, just here's the data. And so in the film, it was a data dump. And for that matter, if you go back and look at almost everything up until late last year, that's all it was, just data dump. But then I did a speech out in Phoenix, Arizona. And for the very first time, I decided it was time for me to tell my story, not provide data for somebody else's story. And that's the big shift. The big shift is that now I'm not hiding behind, I'm just going to be the objective fact holder and the objective walking Wikipedia of biological weapons for the last 60 years. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to let people see that there's a passionate human being. There is a man who gives a shit behind this thing. And while I still have the commitment to reserving my opinions for my own thoughts, because I do not share my opinions, and I don't intend to start doing that. What I do want people to know is that there's a human being here who has, on the optics of some, succeeded greatly in becoming a voice for a number of people around the world. There's also a human being who was censored from the very things that were my business, my entire profession. I lost Bloomberg. I lost CNBC. I didn't gain audiences. I shrank my audience. Now, mind you, this EU speech has been seen by more than any of my brilliance on Bloomberg or CNBC will ever be seen. But I lost my audience. I lost my business. I had the 3 ETFs that I launched with the New York Stock Exchange blacklisted and lost hundreds of millions of dollars because I was blacklisted as potentially an enemy of the state. I've lost a lot, but I haven't lost anything in my accounting of my life. Because in my accounting of my life, I've gained. I walk across the Parliament Square in front of the European Union Parliament in Brussels. And I have people from Croatia and from Sweden and from Ireland and from Slovenia walk up to me and say, hold on a second, you're David Martin. I say, yes. And they said, our town didn't take the jab because of your videos. There's a fire department in Massachusetts where I had this guy run across an airport, run up to me and go, hey, you know what? You're the guy that kept us from having to get the jab in our fire department, and none of us went for it. And none of our city and none of our county and none of the surrounding counties went for it because of you and Kim's videos. And I've said to people this, and here's the punchline, Brian. I actually now have something which, in addition to the lovely 2 grandchildren I mentioned earlier, I have something else that most people never get. I know that my life was relevant. And I can guarantee you that there's not a Klaus Schwab or a Yuval Harari, there's not a Bill Gates, there's not an anybody else that can feel the feeling of knowing that your life tipped the balance. Not for yourself, not for your egos, not for your identity, but tipped the balance for the lives of others. And I can't tell you how much that's worth, but I can tell you it's worth everything I've paid for it.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, it's Brian Rose, founder of the DeFi Academy. I've told you my 4-week crypto bootcamp is amazing, but don't take my word for it. This is what my students are saying.
The DeFi Academy was an amazing experience for me. It took me totally out of my comfort zone.
In this course, I was challenged, I was held accountable, and pushed to do things that honestly weren't always easy.
It's been phenomenal, and I can't believe we're already up on our 4 weeks. It has flown by.
Going through this DeFi accelerator by far was one of the best courses I've taken.
You do this course, you really get into the nitty-gritty of the activities that will make you comfortable with decentralized finance.
Thank you so much to Brian and everyone at London Real and the DeFi Academy for even putting together an amazing course like this.
Anybody else that wants to do it, please sign up. It is well worth the money.